Sherlock Holmes is more popular than ever, and I think it's interesting that Hollywood successfully turned him into a heartthrob character, when of course, at the beginning, he was anything but that, although still wildly popular. Very interesting. But what's also interesting here is that now Netflix is saying, how about his kid sister? And I think that begs the question, who is this aimed at? Is it aimed at everyone? Or is this more of something for younger audiences? I do think that an Anne of Green Gables, a Harriet the Spy, a Pippi Longstocking, an American Girl approach to this, Samantha being, one of the most popular American Girl dolls over the years, is very clever. And I have to say kudos to Millie Bobby Brown as well, because while she's tried to be more adult in a lot of her red carpet appearances as of late and some of her other publicity photo shoots, for her to take on something that is, still kind of categorizes her as a child actress, but is best for her career, well, I'm glad that, when it came down to it, I think she made the right decision for the long run. She has plenty of time to be an adult actress down the road. I think she just wants to have a hit. This is a movie. I think that we'd all prefer for it to be a television series, so we get more story. But then, of course, maybe they couldn't get Henry Cavill to commit to more than just a movie. He's already doing a series for Netflix, The Witcher, and it's quite good. But don't sleep on the rest of this cast. You got Helena Bonham Carter, Sam Claflin. Sam Claflin is so talented, so funny, as the other Holmes sibling. So let's take a look at this. I think from what we've seen so far, I think it could be quite good. All right, here we go.
Now, where to begin?
I love England.
My mother named me Enola, which backwards spells alone.
Oh, that's funny.
And yet, we were always together. And it was wonderful.
I like Helena Bonham Carter as their
world.
mom.
Which leads me on to the second thing you need to know. A week ago, I awoke. Mother? To find that my mother was missing.
Oh, no.
And she did not return. I'm presently on the way to collect my brothers, Mycroft and Sherlock. Yes, Sherlock Holmes, the famous detective, my genius brother. He will have all
look
the
at
answers.
that!
Enola. Where's your hat and your gloves?
Well, I have a hat. Just makes my head itch. And I have no gloves.
My God.
A wild woman brought up a wild child. Who will make her acceptable for society?
What?
She seems intelligent.
There are two paths you can take, Enola. Yours, or the path others choose for you.
This is fantastic.
It is time to find my mother. The game is afoot.
Yes!
If I have to stay hidden from my brothers, I must become something unexpected.
A lady!
A lady.
You've progressed nicely.
Is she safe?
She's our company.
I don't like this rock
I'm
music.
Viscount Tewkesbury.
And I don't like that guy either. Too crowded.
You have to help me. I'm not ready to die on a train.
Enola doesn't need sidekicks.
Before I met you. What are you planning, Mother?
She always had a reason for everything.
Oh, Henry Cavill looks like he's doing a
Her
great
own
job.
way of doing things. Perhaps she wants to change the world.
Perhaps it's a world that needs changing.
Yes!
Unlike
Yeah!
most well-bred ladies, I was never taught to embroider. I was taught to watch and listen. I was taught to fight. I'm coming to find you, Mother.
You don't know how to embroider.
That's what he took from that. Oh, Fiona Shaw! How is she not in the trailer? That was incredible. I am the target audience. Girl power. But I have to say, by the way, Sherlock Holmes, also a bit of a jerk. Henry Cavill excels in those roles. I think he needs to embrace that, and it seems like he is. He's also making, I think, smart career decisions. Not like, I think, a jerk with a heart of gold. I want to clarify that. Or sometimes when he goes full villain like he did in Mission Impossible, it was also delightful. But, I think he plays a nice guy in The Witcher deep down, and I think he's obviously, Sherlock Holmes is a nice guy deep down as well. So I think he is excellently well cast. I love the illustrations of him as Sherlock Holmes. They make me so happy. I'm like, I need that book. I don't like when it gets kind of rock and rolly. I'm like, I can appreciate a period piece, but maybe there are some people who can't. Some of you, are you like, I didn't like it until they introduced the rock and roll. But I have to say, Millie Bobby Brown, I love her on Stranger Things. I feel like she's kind of not done a great job PR-wise, like she arrives at the red carpet without the rest of the cast, like diva moves like that. However, maybe she and Henry Cavill like traded notes on how they can upset other people when they're on set together. They're like, none of my co-stars like me either. But you know what? They're both huge stars. Huge star appeal. Millie Bobby Brown holds her own opposite Henry Cavill, Sam Claflin, and Helena Bonham Carter. She just is so likable, and she looks so fantastic, and she does such a good job with what could be a very, very grating role with another actress. I'd also like to take this moment to point out that you should watch The Great, which is also very much like this. Very girl power, but with a fantastic performance by Nicholas Hoult. I've never particularly liked Elle Fanning. I am a huge Elle Fanning fan after watching The Great. It's been renewed for season 2. It's on Hulu, and it's just so incredibly good. I loved it. I watched it as fast as I possibly could, and it's very similar to this. So this comes out September 23rd, so you better get on The Great right now so you don't get overload of feminist content. But can you? I think not. This should be a series. Hopefully, maybe it does well enough that they at least do a sequel. I'm like, only like what, an hour and a half to 2 hours? This, I need 8 to 10 hours because it looks fantastic. So I guess it's a simpler mystery. All right, and also, it's weird if it's a movie why they have so many other characters. I'd be like, I don't need her to decide which of these two. I don't need her to have a love triangle with like Edward and Jacob with these two guys. Obviously, one wealthy, one of the streets. Like any Victorian story or any story basically. I'm like, just give me some more Mycroft and Sherlock in here. I don't need this. And they have, obviously they've added some diversity, which I think is really important. And I hope they've done it in like a really cool, organic way so it doesn't seem forced. And I'm excited to see that character. That character reminds me a little bit like of Wonder Woman's Etta Candy. This is a little bit like Wonder Woman when she was running around during World War I. That reminds me of that as well. Top notch. Couldn't be better. I absolutely love it. What do you think? Share your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching with me. Subscribe today. And of course, as always, you can check out some more videos right now.